And we're back with our first guest for today, BLikeBrett. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super happy to be out on Power Circles. My friend Reggie and Cassie. I'm glad you guys are having me out doing it for the city.
Yes. He came early and got to watch some of the game with us.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys were watching a game?
Yes.
Yeah, running to Peru. Who's winning?
I came into a pretty tense environment. When soccer's on, it's like you don't want to overstep. You try and start a conversation during the game. You just want to let the game happen.
Yes. So, for everyone that's watching, for those of you who may not know who you are, because we do have listeners all over the world.
Absolutely.
So please explain who you are and what you do.
My name is BLikeBrett, the letter B like Brett. I make hip hop music. I live here in Ottawa, but I mean, if you want me to come to your city and you're all over the world, just holler at me and I'll try to come there if it's not too expensive. But yeah, I make music here in Ottawa, perform here in Ottawa, perform in Toronto. Listeners worldwide, trying to be like you guys. I mean, even though my name is BLikeBrett, I'll try and be like the Power Circle with worldwide listeners. Yeah, I live here in Ottawa and I have fun doing what I do.
Hey man, Brett, I just wanna go a bit back in time, right? I know you since your football days.
Yeah.
When did you start making music? When was music something you wanted to do, and then that battle with football, right?
Yeah, for
because
sure.
you're a pretty good football player. People don't know that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. It's funny because some people know me from playing football, and then some people know me from playing music, and then some people know me when I was transitioning from football to music. But so I was training hard. You saw when I was a pretty big boy in grade 12.
Pushing 2 plates easy.
Yeah. Then I just got sick in the summer, and I lost a bunch of weight, and it really killed my motivation for football. And I was like, what's gonna make me happy? Can I train for football and try and force something, or it's should I just find something new? You're coming to the end of high school, and no one knows what they want to do. So I thought long and hard. I'm like, what's making me happy? It's music, and then I just put the blinders on, and I didn't look back.
Okay. So, I mean, you kind of did just a little talk about it, but when did you decide, okay, making music is something I really, really want to do now?
Yeah, I would have been in the fall of 2016, so a year and a half now, and got about 7-8 shows under my belt, 8 singles. And
back then?
Now.
Now,
yeah. So since then, I just started a year and a half ago, but I've got 8 singles out, did about 8 shows. And the shows have been all in the last 6.5 months.
Yeah, yes, I've seen the clips, don't worry, Bourbon Room.
I'm the
really
landlord. I'm the landlord of the Bourbon Room. People message me for tickets to shows I have nothing, everyone was at YBN.
Yeah.
Here, people were like, yo, get me a ticket, and I'm like, I have nothing to do with this show. When I'm there, I have something to do with it, but it's I have nothing to do with that.
Because you're there so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to me a bit about just overall, your influences, right? Your music style.
My influences?
Because I know I listen to your songs. I see a lot of Mac Miller.
Yeah, I get that often.
So I want to know, is Mac Miller?
Yeah, I love Mac Miller. I've been following him since I was in grade 7, 2010. So that's 8 years now. It's a lot of music to listen to over 8 years. But I mean, I love Action Bronson. Obviously Mac Miller. I love Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of jazz and soul stuff, just jazz in general. So pick influences from all over the place. I listen to a lot of stuff that's not rap. Because I mean, the spectrum of what is rap right now is so broad. It's you have people that are rapping, and then you have people that are I don't know, you have Lil Xan and Lil Peep, and that's might be on some other shit compared to what rapping is. But yeah, definitely Mac Miller, Anderson .Paak, Action Bronson.
Okay. And your style, because your vibe is so different. So talk to us.
That's the thing is, when I try to pinpoint what my style sounds like, it's sort of nothing. It's kind of Anderson .Paak with the smooth flow, and then obviously the Mac Miller, just some old school rhymes, old school rhythms, bringing it all together.
What's your favorite song? Out of all your songs, what's your favorite?
My favorite song? I mean, I love the one that I did with High Res in February, Time to Shine. The one I like about that is because he's a pretty established artist. He's got 300,000 monthly listeners. So he saw me at Bourbon Room when I opened for him, and he was like, yo, that was dope. I'd be down to work. So then we worked something out, cut that track, and I thought I stepped up to the plate, because I mean, he's a pretty big name, and I just tried to match it, you know what I mean? I didn't want to fall behind. Release a song with a guy that's making me look bad, so it's
Yeah.
I gotta step up to the plate.
And how do you feel like it is for Ottawa artists? Like, do you feel like, I don't know if you've collaborated with a lot of other Ottawa artists, but do you feel like it's there, like the want for collaborating with other local artists?
Yeah, everyone wants to collaborate, but everyone sort of has a different sound. That's like, everyone's sound is sort of super unique, and it's like, you just gotta find that common ground where you can bridge and make something that sort of works for both of you. That's like what I've sort of had an issue with personally, is like, people will want to work, but it's like, our sounds are just super different, so it's like, it would look, I don't know what would come out of it, but I mean, always down for whatever.
My question for you, Brett, is I look at, just the landscape of rap here, and it's doing shows, performing, and the business aspect is something we don't really touch upon. How's the business side for you? What are kind of the business ways that you want to be involved in terms of your career?
Yeah.
The things you like, are there steps that you're taking right now, for example?
Yeah.
I want to do this to get to this place, and then to get from that place to that place. Tell me a
Yeah.
bit about that.
So that's the thing, is like, music is like, people think it's all just writing songs, like, oh, you probably spend so much time with writing and recording, but it's like, everything that's not rap, like, you have to promote, like, selling tickets, marketing, I'm reaching out to people, you're learning how to sell, as if it's a business. You could be selling t-shirts, you could be selling whatever, you have to figure out a business plan. I keep track of all my expenses, like, parking for coming down to here today would be considered an expense, because, like, part of your job, right? And that's like your food for the event. Like, I have a tally sheet of, I gained this much on this date.
Wait, Brett, wait. Am I comprehending that you've made some good money off of your shows and that you're spending it wisely?
Yes, sir.
I just had a struggling moment. I like what I just heard.
Yeah.
So you're making somewhat of a living with what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to. If you want to make it your living, you've got to.
I am going to your next show because you told me that.
Hell yeah.
What? That's amazing. Man told me coming here, this was an expense. I like that. I like
But
that.
it's like, it's fun, you know what I mean? That's like, you try to make a living out of doing something fun.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta, as much fun as it is, you have to keep it professional at all times. Like, when I show up to a venue, it's like, first thing I do is shake the promoter's hand, money is in his hand. You know what I mean? There's no like, oh, I forgot to give you the money for the tickets or whatever. It's like, business is first, we'll have fun after.
How's the pressure of selling tickets? Because I've been in that venture as well. Just selling spots, and you're just like, damn it. Like, the biggest stress is when you get to the event and you're like, oh my god, it's 12. Where's everybody?
Yeah.
You're looking at your phone. Oh my god, I'm coming. And then you're like, oh my god, they're coming. What? Black people, 12:45.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's like everybody. Even if it's like, yeah, I'll get a ticket. Then you message them, yo, when can I get you that ticket? Nothing. And then you're like, all right. But it's just like, it shows you really got your back when people do buy tickets. And obviously it's like, you just have to reach out to everybody and be like, yo, even if you don't know me, you might want to get to know me at this event. Like, come out, have a good time. It's like, it's always tough when the tickets are more expensive. Like the show that I just opened for Ritz, they were like $25 tickets, which is like, you're kind of asking for like 2 hours of people's pay, you know what I mean? People want to make like $14 an hour, whatever it is now. So you're kind of asking for a lot, but it's like, you try to give them their money's worth when they show up, right? But yeah, it's definitely like, the promoter hands you the tickets and then you're like, all right, you got to go to work, right? You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'll sell those tickets. It's like, you're spending an hour a day just hitting everyone in DMs like, yo, I've got a show, this is the tickets. And I always deliver the tickets personally, so it's not like, yo, can you like link me here? It's like, I will come to your front door and I'll give you the ticket.
That's good.
I like how you think about it, because most people don't understand that. Those are really how you make money, right?
Yeah.
Because this is like the first forms of touring for you.
Exactly.
And then after that, you're touring.
Exactly.
Pretty much, right? It's almost the same landscape. Just
started to branch out.
Exactly.
It's all like, someone explained it to me recently, like a career in anything isn't like a slope like this. It's a circle. You know what I mean? And you're slowly just, it's like a tree growing. It's growing wider. So anytime you do any activity, it's just slowly getting wider, and that's what it's all about. So this started at Bourbon Room, and then I performed at Makerspace North. Then last weekend I was in Toronto, so it's like.
How's Toronto? How's your audience in Toronto? Tell me.
Toronto was crazy considering not a lot of people there knew me. I was opening for my brothers Dubé. They're a rock band. You know Dubé.
Yeah, Dubé.
Yeah. So like we do a lot of work together. Those are my brothers. Anyways, they had a show booked up in Toronto.
They have shows in like the UK.
They just got back from a tour actually in the US. They're opening for a band called Counterfeit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's like I see those guys and I want to keep up, right? So anyways, yeah, we had a show up in Toronto. Their promoter booked it. They had a good deal worked out, and they just didn't have an opener. And it's like, we performed together on Makerspace on 420, and it's hilarious because like, we all smoke weed, right? 420 Makerspace North, Be Like Brett and today we had a great time. And their management team saw that, so they're like, all right, why don't we bring Brett back on stage for this one in Toronto? Because like I know how to get the hype going, right? So yeah, I was out there in Toronto, open for the boys, got the hype going. There was probably about 80 to 100 kids by the time I was on stage, and 150 when they were there. We performed at Velvet Underground, right on downtown Toronto.
80 to 100.
Yeah, and those kids were nuts. Considering like in Ottawa, it's like people there like that come to see me, they know me, and they're not as hyped as these kids that had never seen me before.
Right.
So that was crazy. It was crazy to get off stage and like you look at your phone and it's like 1,000 requested messages from all these 15-year-old kids like, yo, come out. Like, and then after the show, like photos, autographs, like signing girls' phones, signing people's foreheads, signing people's jackets in permanent marker. Like it's just crazy.
That's what's amazing about Toronto. Toronto is like they don't know, but as long as it sounds right and it looks right, they'll support.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like here everyone's sort of hesitant. It's like I don't know. The way I explained it was it's like I love Ottawa, but it's like everyone's sort of uptight. Like there's always like an uptightness for no reason. In Toronto, everyone was just fucking letting loose. Like let's
Trust me, bro. I was in LA for like 2 weeks. You don't understand how many people I was getting. My cousin, oh, this is so cool.
yeah, exactly. But here it's like you go to hit someone in your car and they're like.
No.
They're like
That's the thing
like
with
you're
Ottawa,
like a homeless
man.
person on the street trying to get money. You're like, no,
They're so
I'm just trying to get on.
My final question for you, and then Cass is gonna ask the 5th question. My final question for you is: do you miss football?
Every day I think about it. I'm always like, what if I took that path instead of this path? You know what I mean? But it's like you can't dwell on something like that. And I'm having a blast with what I'm doing right now. I don't think I could see it any other way. But I'm like. I know I could get back in the gym, try out for Sooners, towards a D1 offer, but it's like,
Yeah.
let's save that for the
I'm a rapper, dog.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Wait, you don't want to play for the Giants?
I'm too old for that.
Oh, you are? Oh, I don't know. I know my boyfriend coaches the Giants. That's why I'm like, I'm the Giants.
I wish I looked at for a bunch of 15-year-old kids.
No, that'd be crazy.
Okay, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a good question. It's hard to pinpoint where you'd be in 5 because it's like you try not to overshoot any goals and then be let down. But it's like obviously in 5 years I'd love to be touring at least North America, have like maybe 10,000 solid listeners. Because someone explained to me once, it's like you don't have to be huge to 1,000. You think 10,000 is a lot of fans? Like it's not that many. In reality, like you see guys like look at Post Malone, he's got like 4.1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. You can be a fraction of that. Say you have 10,000 loyal fans that give you $100 a year. It's $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
10,000 fans. They buy a shirt, they buy a CD, they buy a ticket to your show. That's $100 for their year.
Yeah.
But then it's like, picture it's 50,000 fans. Then you're making 500,000 if they'll give you $100.
The business aspect of music is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And people often forget that it is business.
It is.
People say it's the music business, but it's not just drugs, rock and roll, and partying. But it's like there's money to be made. It's a
hustle.
Yeah, exactly. It's like gotta work hard. You can't just like a 9-to-5 job or 40 hours a week. Music, same business. You gotta be putting in those hours.
Exactly.
I always tell people this: if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, that's perfect. But understand you will work twice as hard.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be putting in hours of work, whether it's in an office or if it's in your bedroom hustling online trying to get something going.
For sure.
It's all about the time you put in. But yeah, 5 years I'd love to be touring, have a sustainable fan base. I mean, I got lots in the works. I'm recording a mixtape right now. I finished all the recording, just got to get it mixed. And then I'm shooting a music video on Tuesday with Taj Palmer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with who Taj Palmer is, but he's a great videographer in town.
What time where I might just come through?
Yeah, we're gonna pull up at the park in Orleans because the song's called Cool Kids, and it was actually mixed and mastered by Big Germ. Do you guys know Big Germ? Early Mac Miller stuff is all produced by Big Germ.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Big Germ and he mixed and mastered my next single.
Nice.
Beats from a producer in Germany. So gonna get this video and everyone's gonna see it.
And it's called Cool Kids in a park in Orleans. So that's what Orleans is.
So it's just gonna be like in a park. You see me, some of the homies, Reggie might pull through, get the clean shots of Reggie. You gotta make sure the beard's on point now.
Reggie wants to be in every video.
Every time somebody comes here, yo, can I just really quickly be in the video?
Yeah.
You know, this guy's always here.
I said the best thing to get in that video would be a slow-mo of Coach Jean pulling up in the audience. And then you get his foot just The Nikes with the Nike, all Nike.
The
white.
big calves.
Yeah, just stepping out of the car at the park. I think that would be the best shots. Those would be the best shots. Shout out to Coach.
Oh man, I can't. I'm in Toronto.
Oh.
Anyway,
Cass is gonna be there.
there's lots of music videos to be had. There's lots of music videos to be had. So yeah, Be Like Brett is far from giving up on what's up.
So where can people find you?
Yeah, on social media.
So you can find me on Spotify, Apple, and you can just Google the letter B like Brett, and you'll have the easiest time in the world finding me. If you can spell my name, it's letter B like BRETT. Like sometimes people think my name is Be Like Bread.
You know,
No.
You know what's funny? With your long hair, I see some Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Rick.
I see Bret Hart.
Yeah.
I don't see Rick. I see Bret Hart.
Yeah.
I see the Hart family.
The
Yeah.
Hitman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love incorporating wrestling into rap. I'm sad that like Migos is sort of already beating me to it, but it's like, you want your Money in the Bank tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
I forgot. No, I got some illegal stuff at home. I can watch that.
We'll save that for after.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah,
Oh man.
that's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
thank you guys
by.
for having
This
me.
is
I've had
actually
a lot of
really,
fun.
really. It felt like
This
just
is
like
awesome.
a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
I'm having fun doing it. So
Thank you, Brett.
you guys are awesome. Shout out to Power Circle.
Thank you. So we're gonna take a short break and we're gonna come back with our second guest for today, Maserati Triple I.
Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment. If you don't like the video, still subscribe and leave a comment.